I'm here with nutritionist Martha McKittrick. Martha, give me the scoop on all things fat.
There's a lot of confusion when it comes to the area of fat. We've been kind of brainwashed that all fat is bad. But we now know all fats are not created equal, and some fats are actually good for you, whereas others are not so good for you.
So what's good fat and what's bad fat, and how do I know?
All right, let's start with the bad fats. The first would be saturated fat. Saturated fat can raise your bad levels of cholesterol, called LDL. Saturated fats are found in whole milk products such as ice cream, butter, full-fat cheeses, milk, 2% milk, cream cheese, sour cream, and full-fat yogurts. And you also get saturated fat in high-fat cuts of meat and a lot of fatty cold cuts.
So what's the difference between a high-fat cut of meat and a low-fat cut of meat?
There's a huge difference. Let's compare prime rib or a porterhouse steak. A 6-ounce portion, which is about something like this, can have about 20 grams of saturated fat.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Whereas a leaner cut, like a sirloin, would have about 5 grams of saturated fat. There's one other bad fat that's even worse than saturated fat, and that's called the trans fats. Trans fats are found in stick margarine and a lot of baked and commercial products, like some cookies, chips, donuts. Those fats are the worst because not only do they raise your levels of bad cholesterol, they can also decrease your levels of good cholesterol. So that one you want to look out for.
So Martha, you've told us all about the bad fats. Now tell us about the good ones.
Okay, the good fats. The good fats are called unsaturated fat. And these fats can actually help decrease your risk of heart disease. They can help lower your LDL, bad cholesterol, and can be heart healthy in other ways when consumed in moderation. Our bodies make 2 different kinds of cholesterol. We make LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. Think of L for lousy. And we also make HDL. Think of H for healthy, and that's a good cholesterol. Now, there's 2 main kinds of unsaturated fat. The first kind is called a monounsaturated fat, and these we find in olive oil.
So this is a Yelling Bowl olive oil from Australia, which I love to cook with, saute with, and also dress my salads with.
So aside from olive oil, we find monounsaturated fat in canola oil, avocado, nuts, and nut butters. So those are healthy fats. Another healthy fat is called a polyunsaturated fat, and these we get in other vegetable oils, and we get it in fatty fish. That's called an omega-3 fat. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, herring. You also get it in walnuts, and you get it in flax seeds. Flax seeds are excellent. Make sure you grind them up. You can put flax seeds in your yogurt. You can put it on cereal, in your soup, on salads. Very healthy.
Tell us the difference between good yogurt and the not so good yogurt.
Greek yogurts are strained, so they're a little bit thicker than other yogurts, but what you have to do, Divya, is you have to scrutinize the food label. A typical woman wouldn't want to go much above 12 grams a day, and a man about 15 grams a day. This is actually a 0% Greek yogurt, and it has 0 grams of saturated fat. Perfect. Now, it doesn't have to be Greek yogurt. It could be any kind of yogurt, really.
Right.
Here's the Stonyfield cherry vanilla, and if you look at the label, it has only 1.5 grams of total fat and only 1 gram of saturated fat. So it's fine. So make sure you look at the labels when you're getting your yogurt. Another area where you get fat would be in vegetables. If you're getting sauteed vegetables, they could easily be doing a tablespoon or 2 of oil. So if possible, get them steamed.
So a great tip is when you go out to eat, request that your food is cooked in olive oil instead of butter. So you can get it just the way you want it, and it'll be better for you.
Exactly.
Well, thanks, Martha, for giving us great tips. They were super helpful, and I'm going to get back to eating my yogurt.